Hello everyone, Men for Collectibles back here doing another large pickups video. See the big stack in front of me here. These are all cards purchased over the last 3 weeks through Facebook or PWCC, and I think one buy from another auction house as well. As always, you guys like the videos, give us a follow, give us a like. Men for Collectibles on the platform. And if you see any cards you like, feel free to reach out directly. Can always give you a better deal off of eBay if you come directly through email or something. So let's get into this. Got a big stack. This is about, I spent over right around $9,200 on this stack of cards. Also made a really big comic purchase. Don't ask me why, but spent about another $4,000 on comics, over 6,000 comics that I picked up for some unknown reason. I don't know. We're gonna work through those, but apparently I'm now in the comic business as well. So well, I'll be working to get those all priced and listed. I'm not really familiar with that space, but learn something new. So let's get into the cards though. I think we'll start, I've got labels on these because it was tough for me to remember what I paid for everything, but we'll start with just a stack here in front of us. This is an $1,850 Facebook deal. 4 cards. So I got the 1948-49 Leaf Ted Williams SGC1. And the stickers you see on here are what I'm putting these on eBay at. So I'll give you an idea. If there's no stickers, it means they're going into my Hall of Fame collection, either as upgrades or as newcomers into the collection. This is my first Playing Days Ty Cobb, 1911 S74 Silks. SGC Authentic. Pretty cool card. I don't have a Playing Days Cobb. I had one from like, I think maybe the 40s. So this will be a good upgrade for the collection there. Those were the two biggest, these two were the two biggest buys of Williams and the Cobb, but I also picked up a couple other Hall of Famers here. 1923 W572 Grover Alexander, hand cut, PSA 4. And then also 1916 M101 Sporting News Sam Crawford GAI 2.5. It's the first one they graded. If you look back through the pop reports on like BCP, you'll see this card, the exact card, is sold a couple times. So it finally landed in my hands. I don't know if I'll keep it in here, if I'll crack it out. I obviously don't like global authentication as cards I'm going to keep, but I'm not sure that it's going to get a 2.5 if I crack it out. So I don't know what I'll do with this. I'll probably end up cracking it out. There's a little tape up here, got a little issue down here. It's probably more like a 1.5 if I were to crack this out, which it's not that big of a deal. So that's the first 4 cards. Next two, $2,610 on Facebook. It was $2,600 plus shipping. 2 bigger cards here, obviously, only 2 of them. So we got first 1933 Gaudy Jimmy Fox PSA 4. So pretty nice card there. Second one here, 1932 U.S. Caramel Rogers Hornsby SGC 2.5. These are both upgrades. I do have a Fox and a Hornsby, but these will be nice upgrades to the collection, and I'll be selling the 2 that I have that are way less valuable than these. I think both of the ones I have are around $400 to $500 cards. Replaced them with these bigger ones here, so happy to get those in. That was a Facebook deal. Next up, this came with the comics. So this is $400 on Live Auctioneers, and this came with the big comic lot that I mentioned that I'll be getting through here at some point. So I got a Gaylord Perry rookie, 1962 tops. These are in pretty good condition. So I'll be getting this one graded. You got a McCovey short print from 1962 tops as well. Again, pretty good condition, a little OC, but I'll be getting that one graded. The Joe Torre rookie, 1962 tops. Another one, good condition, probably a 5 or a 6, so I'll get that one graded as well. Juan Marichal rookie. Get another card in pretty strong condition. It's pretty valuable on a higher grade, but this is probably another 5, 6 range, I would say, pretty OC. And last but not least, I just sold one of these actually, 1962 tops Bob Gibson high number. I sold a 5.5. I think I sold it for over 200 bucks. So I think this is probably a similar type condition, probably a 5.5 or a 6 maybe. So I'll send that in. Hopefully it gets similar, and that'll make up for half the cost of the 5 cards. So Pretty good ones there. Pretty good raw condition cards. And that by 400 bucks, live auctioneers. Next up, 30 bucks on Facebook. I got some golden stamps. So you got the Duke Snyder 1955 golden stamps. This one's in pretty good condition. I'll probably grade this one. I don't see any creases on it. It does have the full borders. Maybe a little bit of an issue here on the left, but I'll probably try to grade the Snyder. These aren't all that valuable. The Jackie Robinson out of the set and the Koufax out of the set are pretty valuable because Koufax is rookie year. But that one, the Roy Campanella, this one does have a crease in it somewhere. Kind of hard to tell. I'll consider grading this one as well. I think it's up here. And then on the back here, Pee Wee Reese. The other one's got a crease kind of up here in this range. These cards are relatively rare. You don't see a whole lot of them. Eye appeal on all three of the cards is good. Just the two of them have the creases. So for 30 bucks, 10 bucks a piece, I figured I couldn't go wrong there. So I grabbed those. Next up, this is a kind of a low value lot. Just a auction that was going on. One of the gentlemen runs a bunch of low dollar auctions on Facebook. 50 bucks. These cards were 5 bucks a piece and it was 5 bucks shipping. So picked up the 1970 Topps McCovey and Aaron. Getting pretty good condition there. This was probably the best pickup in the lot. The K-line stamp. These are pretty rare as well. For 5 bucks, I think it's probably worth 25 on its own or so. Just happy to snatch that one up. That may be a grading candidate as well. We'll see. See if that's worth it or not. And then just some cheap slabs. Again, for 5 bucks a piece, I just decided to grab them. 1955 Topps Elvin Tapp. Knockoff grading company, but graded a 6. 1954 Topps Sherman Lawler GMA 5.5. 1969 Topps Al Oliver rookie, go Buccos, GMA 4.5. Del Rice 1957 Topps PSA 5. 1964 Topps Mets team PSA 4. 1968 Topps White Sox team PSA 6 with a stain. I forget where the stain is. I think it's like there's like wax up here. You can kind of see. It's almost like it's recolored, to be honest, but it's up here. Little marks in the card. And then 1966 Topps Rusty Staub PSA 4. So nothing too crazy there, but cheap $50 pickup on Facebook. I'm trying to avoid the cheap pickups going forward, but I still find myself buying them every now and then if it's a deal that I feel is worth it. So I'm trying to unload some of the bulk stuff and get more valuable items in here to list. A little easier to sell, not as much work. Next lot, 1117 on PWCC. This is one of the weekly auctions. I've been buying pretty much I didn't buy any this past Sunday. Today is the 11th, December 11th. I didn't buy any in yesterday's auction on the 10th, but the others, the last month or two, I've been buying pretty much every week. So first one, just a rare card, not really that valuable. 1957 Premier Antique Autos, 1924 Chrysler PSA 8. So I don't know why I picked that up. I think I got it pretty cheap, so picked that one up. 1957 Topps Mickey Mantle SGC 4. So we look at this card's historically miscut. You know, usually one side or the other is really bad. This one actually is pretty good. So I got it priced a little higher than you may see some other 4s on eBay. But the centering is much better on this one than the other ones you'll see. So that's why I have that on there. But I was happy to pick that one up. I've owned this card in a 3 before as well. Now I have it in a 4. Looking to move it. 1930 Will's Cigarettes Walter Hagen PSA 5. Pretty cool card there. 1927 Churchman Harry Varden PSA 8. Very difficult card to find in this grade. They don't really come up. So I was happy to get that one. I think I got these golf cards at a pretty significant discount. Not many people looking for them, so I think I got a pretty good deal on these golf cards. And you got another Harry Varden 1927 Churchman PSA 7. And last but not least, another Walter Hagen, 1928 Churchman, PSA 6. So I tend to buy quite a bit of golf cards when I see them. I'm a big golfer myself, so I find them unique, so I buy them when I see them. So that was the PWCC auction from one of the last few weeks, one of the weekly auctions. Next up, 200 on Facebook. We've got a lot here. 1949 Bowman Ralph Hamner, PSA 8. Again, very low pop card. I think I got this for a pretty good deal. Don't really see it come up that often, so got that one. 1962 Topps Willie Mays PSA 5. These two kind of made up the deal for what I paid for it. Yeah, these two priced really well. The others kind of not as low, but figure for those two I can probably get my money back. That was the thinking. I did need the Eckersley for my collection. I had it raw, so I bought the PSA 6 cheap, and then shortly after I bought a PSA 7. So I'll be getting rid of the PSA 6 Eckersley rookie. 1972 Topps Carlton Fisk, same way. I'm pretty sure I got this in a higher grade. It's either here, it's coming as well. So I think I got this, actually picked this up in an 8 after I bought the 5 off of this person on Facebook. So Carlton Fisk rookie PSA 5. And then it's a cheap Whitey Herzog rookie card, 1957 Topps. I have a 58 Herzog and like a CSG holder. This is like a $10, $15 card, but it'll fill a void for now just to have it in there. So I'll get rid of the 58 that's worth 10 bucks and replace it with the 57 that's worth 10 bucks. So that was that deal. Next up, 180 bucks on Facebook. The 1975 Topps George Brett PSA 6. I had a CSG 3 in this card that actually was better centered, but I had a crease in the side here. I already sold the CSG 3, I think for 50 bucks. So I'll replace it with this PSA 6. And then, like I said about the Eckersley, I upgraded that one already to a PSA 7 1976 Topps rookie card. So that was those pickups. Got two more lots here. The last one's a big lot. Both PWCC buys. Go through this one first. This one was $625. A lot of play balls in this one that I just felt like they sold way cheaper than they should have, given the grades. So again, you don't see these come up in these grades that often. So I don't know, we'll see what happens with them. Some of them, some major stars, or some, I should say some minor stars, and some just mid to high grade play balls that I thought were unique. So first up, Tommy Henrik from the Yankees. I've sold one of his play balls, actually. I think it was a 41 maybe, a while back in an SGC holder. So I picked this up in a PSA 8 MC. He's a pretty popular coach for the Yankees, or player for the Yankees. So not a Hall of Famer, but a bigger star for the Yankees back in the 40s and 50s. So I picked that up for, I think I got a pretty good deal on that. I don't remember what I paid exactly. This is going to the Hall of Fame collection. 1962 Topps Gaylord Perry PSA or SGC 7. You can see I picked up that raw one too that I'll grade and get rid of, assuming it doesn't get higher than a 7, which I don't believe it will. This is a good addition to the Hall of Fame collection. It's probably one of the more valuable cards I picked up in that lot, this PWCC auction. 1955 All-American Sports Club Chuck Bednarik hand cut PSA 8. This card has not come up very often. I feel like I got this one really cheap on that PWCC auction as well. I don't think many people are looking for this card. So it outside of the price I got it for, it's been selling. It was sold in the past for 180 to 200 bucks. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Here's some of the play balls. First, you got Charlie Keller, SGC 5.5. Got Pinky Schaffner, SGC 6. Hugh Casey, SGC 6. Got Joe Cronin, so here's a Hall of Famer here, SGC 5. Zeke Benora, SGC 6. Pep Young, SGC 6. Guessing this is a set breakup that somebody had in the 6 range. JoJo Moore, SGC 6. Cookie Lavagetto, SGC 6. And last but not least, Dolph Camille, SGC 6. So I got these. I think most of the play balls like the, I don't know, $20 to $30 range. And for 6s, I thought was really cheap for 1940s cards. So I don't know, we'll see how those do. I have sold some play balls in the past, but bought quite a few of those for when I felt was well under their value. So I haven't gotten those listed yet, but we'll see how they do. All right, last lot here. Whole bunch of cards. This was $21.50 on PWCC. Some bigger cards in value and in size in here. A little of both. But we'll take you through here. This has all got all kinds of oddballs in it, to be honest. This is kind of what I buy in PWCC. I try to find the unique stuff that nobody's looking for. And I'll pick it up if it's cheap and see what happens. And I've had pretty good success doing that. So, first off, 1973 Panini Jack Nicklaus rookie card, PSA 5. This is a more valuable card. Again, I try to pick up good golf cards when I see them if they're fairly priced. So I think I got that one for a pretty good deal. 1972 Topps Ted Simmons CGC 6 second-year card. Nothing really that crazy there. We got a 1973 Topps Bob Gibson CGC 7.5. Higher grade Bob Gibson. I don't know what I paid for it, but I got it cheap. So always pick that up, even in an off holder, in a CGC holder. Should be able to move that one pretty quick. Oh, this is a weird one. 1969 Globe Imports Marilyn Monroe 6 of diamonds, and it's the red variation. Which when you try to find this card, all you see is a black version. You don't see the red version. So there's a red version listed on eBay for like $3,400 or something crazy of a PSA 8, same card. I have no idea what this is worth. No clue whatsoever. So I grabbed it. I'm going to throw this price of $700 on. I really have no idea whatsoever. This is not my space, but I know that I couldn't find another red version. So besides the one listed for a crazy amount. So we'll see. I don't know. Could be good. Could be in my collection for the rest of my life for all I know. We'll see. I picked up 3 of these wet wrestling cards. Again, these were cheap. 1987 Hostess, WrestleMania, Hulk Hogan. WWF stickers. This is a SGC 7. These were cheap too. So I just grabbed them. Wrestling's been kind of hot recently, so grabbed that. Got some old mill cards. I don't know if there's 4, there's more, but here's 4 of the old mills. 1910 Old Mill, T210 Foxen, SGC 5. These are pretty good grades, which is why I grabbed them. Another SGC 5 of Makanachi. It's like a catcher there. Jolly, SGC 5 as well. And then we got a Bush, SGC 4.5. So I typically can move these pretty fast, usually. So we'll see how we do on those. I buy a lot of the either T206 or Old Mill T210, gold border stuff. I buy all kinds of stuff like that when I see it for a good price. Here's another one, Larkins SGC 4. Those are pretty cool cards, pretty rare. You don't see a lot of those come up. I did pick up a Unitas rookie, 1957 Topps PSA 5. So it's pretty badly cut, which is probably why I got a pretty good deal on it, but picked that one up as well. Here's one of the other wrestling cards, 1987 Hostess WrestleMania Iron Sheik and Volkov, SGC 8.5. Steelers, 1967 Philadelphia Pittsburgh Steelers team card, PSA 8. Here's the last wrestling card. This is a Hulk Hogan Hands Together SGC 9. And then a couple more here. Get through the smaller cards first. Another Unitas CGC 5.5 1971 Topps. Here's the Fisk I was saying I picked up. 1972 Topps Carlton Fisk rookie PSA 8. So I picked up the PSA 5 a while ago. Well, a couple weeks ago. Then I just bought this one at a PWCC auction probably last week or 2 weeks ago. So I already upgraded that when I saw it. I played probably pretty close to comps for this. maybe just under. But the PSA 8s don't come up all that often, so for a good price at least. I got a 61 Topps Billy Williams rookie, BVG 6.5. I don't know if I'll do anything with this or not. It is an upgrade to my current Billy Williams in my collection. I think I just have a raw one. I don't really like BVG holders. I do have a few of them that I've kept. I've got a few of them I cracked out as well. So this one being so OC, I'll probably just leave it in the BVG holder and try to upgrade it to a PSA or SGC at some point, something more centered. But for now, that one's in there. Steve Carlton, 1970 Topps CGC 6.5. It's a cheap Hall of Famer there. Elvis Presley, 1969 Panini Cantanti, PSA 8. It's a pretty rare card, especially in a higher grade. Not a whole lot of these out there. So, I've been buying Elvis cards recently for some reason. I don't know. I feel like I'm finding them cheaper than what they've gone for in the past. So I don't know if I'll get stuck with these things or not, but I picked up a few of them. Somebody that'll be popular for a long time, so eventually I think they'll move. Got to be patient with cards like this. There's not always a lot of people looking for them. Now this one I feel like I got a great deal on. 1971 Topps CGC 7, Ted Simmons rookie. I do have a PSA 8, so this will be for sale. But in a 7 or higher grade, the value on these really starts to tick up. Like I think my 8 is worth like $700, and the 7 and a PSA is probably $250 to $300. CGC I've got it marked a little lower, but I feel like I got this for a pretty good deal. So anyone looking for a higher grade Ted Simmons, here's a good one. It's pretty well centered too. Looks pretty good. So we got that one. 3 more cards. First up, got the 1970 Topps Lou Alcindor SGC 2.5. Got some staining around it and stuff, which is probably why I got the 2.5. Probably would have been higher if it weren't for that staining on it. It's even on the back there. Card looks pretty good other than that, but pick that one up. This is one you don't really see that often. 1971 Topps Cars Company Scratch-Offs, PSA 5. It's really expensive to get these holdered, so I think it's probably we don't see them as much. And this one's not scratched, which is also good. So not that expensive. Again, you don't see many of these cards graded because it's like $50 to get them in the bigger holder. So at least now it is. I don't know what it was back when this is an older holder. This is a few years old. But pick that one up. That should move pretty quick, I would think. And last but not least, we got a giant Pele. Can't even get on the screen. It's 1966 Aral, A-R-A-L. Fußball Weltmeisterschaft postcard, German. SGC 4, pretty cool piece there. Not really, this one there has been some sales on this. I've got $250 I'm gonna put it at. Again, you can see like there's some really random prices when you look on eBay. Some of them have sold high, some sold low. I don't know, I feel like I got a pretty good deal on this. I did not realize how big it was when I bought it, I will say that. So I don't know, this is a pretty big card, pretty big postcard in a gigantic holder. So we'll try to move that one as well. That's it. Got quite a bit of stuff to resell. A lot of the valuable stuff I bought is to keep. It's not to resell. So hopefully I sell the stuff that I bought to resell to make up for the fact that I spent over $9 grand on, and a lot of that I'm going to be keeping. So hopefully that works out that way. We'll see. And then be on the lookout for a comics video. If anyone's interested in buying a bunch of comics, let me know. Going to have the wife and kids help out, sort that. The kids are into comic books, so they're excited to read some of the comic books. And my oldest son figured out if he read one comic book every day, it would take him over 15 years to read all the comic books that I bought. So that probably gave my wife a bit of a headache to think about. But we're gonna start moving through those as well. I might actually try to do some whatnot auctions or lots on eBay. I don't know what we're gonna do with those. That is it for this video. If you guys like the cards, like the videos, give us a follow, give us a like. As always, Medford Collectibles on all the platforms. I do have some grading reveals that'll be coming up as well. I know SGC just just graded my last submission I sent in last week. So it's graded. I haven't seen the grades yet. It's in post grading, so I should probably see those grades pop tomorrow. And then I don't know when I'll get those cards. I go on vacation or go back home for a week on Saturday, so I may not get those before I go. Hopefully I do, so they're not sitting around somewhere. But yeah, with this, I'll make sure I do a video when I get those back. So that's all for this one. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you next time.